Hey, my name is Garren Miler, and I'm the local project manager for the WWU chapter of Engineers Without Borders. Each year, we have a couple projects go all over the world and solving problems on an international scale. But we also intentionally have one team that stays right here in the Walla Walla Valley to make sure that all the needs of our beloved home are being met. Here's the team. It's me, Garren Miler, and I'm the project manager and a mechanical engineer. My other mechanical engineers are Sean Rangtung, Daniel DeLim, and Ian Tidwell. Along with us as well are Catherine Thompson and Jair Cordova, who are both computer science majors. In the past, the local team has undertaken many projects, the most recent of which is the Ducky Derby conveyor. You can see it on the left there in its final stages before implementation, and then on the right being used in the wild to collect duckies. Each year in the Walla Walla Valley, there's a charity event called the Ducky Derby, where rubber duckies are sold for a donation to charity, and then put in Mill Creek and raced through town, and the winners get some prizes. And at the end, you have hundreds of rubber duckies all ending up in the same place. And to make sure that none of these little yellow guys get into the broader ecosphere, we want to make sure we can catch them and get them out, and that's what the conveyor belt did. It would catch the duckies, bring them up, and put them in the back of a truck so they didn't end up in some pond somewhere. But due to COVID, the Ducky Derby hasn't happened the last couple years, and the conveyor belt, although it had some issues, it functioned very well and served its purpose. So it's now time for us to come up with a new project to fill our time. So I asked all around the valley to see what the outstanding needs were and to see where we could best use our engineering skills. We eventually settled on a project with the Walla Walla County Conservation Department. And it's a very fascinating problem involving local irrigators and tracking their water usage. Each year, the Conservation Department requires all the local irrigators to submit paperwork outlining how much water they've used. This helps the Conservation Department keep track of where the water from Mill Creek and the Walla Walla River are going to ensure that the ecosystem is being taken care of. And the problem is that the flow meters that are being used right now, well, they're just not up to the task. They're susceptible to weather, be that water infiltration, humidity, rain, cold, and they're also sometimes a little bit too fancy for people to be comfortable with. So we want the EWB team to help fix some of these old meters to make them stand up to the test of time and see what they need to do today. So what are we going to do about it? Well, we're going to take some old meters and we're going to put in some new systems. First of all, we want better weather resilience. We want to make sure that water infiltration is minimized and that they can stand up to a variety of temperatures and humidities and rainfall. We want better accessibility. We want to make sure that you don't have to be some tech guru or engineer to use this meter, and that you can access all the ports and the batteries and anything that you need, and make sure that they function to even a layman who doesn't know all the technical specifications. We want them to have an increased battery life. Right now, the batteries are dying in these things within months. So whether we need to add more batteries or insulate them better, or create an easier way to exchange them, we want to create a better system for improving the battery life of these meters. Lastly, we want to make sure we give irrigators control of their data. Some meters on the market currently have telemetry that sends data directly to the Conservation Department. Unfortunately, those meters are met with pushback from some of the local irrigators who don't like their data being out of their control. So we want to make sure that we can make a system that is easy enough to use, that irrigators will feel inclined to use it, but also that keeps the data within the hands of the irrigators up until the form is submitted, so that everyone can be happy. The Conservation Department can get the information that they need, and the irrigators can have control of what's getting sent out. I'd love to answer some of your questions about this project now. Thank you.